Welcome to Who Was Most Likely to Disney Edition. Keep track of your answers and let us know at the end how many of these you're most likely to do. So if you are ready, let's get started. Who is most likely to have a Disney-themed phone case or wallpaper? Who is most likely to become best friends with Olaf? Who is most likely to cry during a Disney movie? Who is most likely to wear Mickey ears in public just for fun? Who is most likely to have an imaginary friend like Bing Bong from Inside Out? Who is most likely to adopt every stray animal like Pocahontas? Who is most likely to wish they had a best friend like Wall-E? Who is most likely to dress like their favorite Disney character in real life? Who is most likely to have a Disney-themed birthday party? Who is most likely to know every word to a Disney song? Who is most likely to talk to animals like Snow White? Who is most likely to become best friends with a villain like Scar? Who's most likely to show up at school wearing a Disney-themed shirt? Who is most likely to spend an entire day watching Disney Plus? Who is most likely to run away and join a pirate crew like Jack Sparrow? Who is most likely to have an evil villain laugh? Who is most likely to feel invisible in their family like Bruno? Who is most likely to train to be a warrior like Mulan? Who is most likely to run off on an adventure like Moana? Who is most likely to make their pet wear a Disney costume? Who is most likely to have an overprotective parent like Marlin in Finding Nemo? Who is most likely to cry at the ending of a Disney movie, even if they've seen it 100 times? Who is most likely to have an entire collection of Disney Funko Pops? Who is most likely to have a Disney-themed tattoo? Who is most likely to trick the genie into giving them free wishes? Who is most likely to freak out at the thought of public speaking like Luca? Who is most likely to get motion sickness on the teacup ride? Who is most likely to recognize a Disney song in just 1 second? Who is most likely to rewrite a Disney song with their own funny lyrics? Who is most likely to fall asleep while reading a book like Belle? Who is most likely to get tricked into a deal by Ursula like Ariel? Who's most likely to be late to everything, like the White Rabbit? Who's most likely to overreact like Donald Duck when things go wrong? Who is most likely to still have their old Disney VHS tapes? Who is most likely to get caught sneaking out like Jasmine? Who is most likely to binge watch Disney movies for an entire weekend? Who is most likely to name their pet after a Disney character? Who is most likely to sing Let It Go at the top of their lungs? Who is most likely to dance like nobody's watching, like May in Turning Red? Who is most likely to want to be best friends with a Disney princess? Who is most likely to wish upon a star and secretly believe it might work? Who is most likely to set off on a mission to save the world like Rhea? Who is most likely to give people a nickname like Mushu? Who's most likely to go overboard collecting Disney pins? Who is most likely to challenge Gaston to an arm wrestling match? Who is most likely to dress up as a Disney character for Halloween every year? Who's most likely to start an argument with their emotions like joy and sadness? Who's most likely to get lost in the woods like Kristoff? Who is most likely to eat too many sweets at the Mad Hatter's tea party? Who is most likely to touch a cursed object even after being warned? How many of these were you most likely to do? Let us know in the comments below. And please click the thumbs up if you had fun. Thank you so much for playing.